Cryptkeeper. Hello, Fright fans. I've been feeling a little burned out lately, so I'm taking a last-minute vacation. I want to go someplace that's relaxed and scare-free. But where? Where? Ah, here's a place with fond memories. Shreveport, Rhode Island. Just the place for a little R&R. Rest and rigor mortis, that is. I could go back to New York City. I hear they're in the middle of another slime wave. Hey, here's one of my favorites. You Sicken Me National Park. Or maybe a nice trip to Carlsbad. Hey, Carlsbad Cavern. I could wing them up for reservations. A jungle holiday. A deep-sea adventure? I can't decide.
Cab's here.
All right. While I'm making my chilling choice, let's go someplace really scary. This week's Terror Tale. It's a little gem of ghastliness, I call. While the cat's away.
Keep it.
Boy, Fifi sure gave me a warm welcome home. Yuck! Poor Stu and Dwight. I'll bet they need a vacation. I guess they learned that stealing can have grave consequences. But don't worry, I'm sure their criminal plans have been laid to rest. Say, Ghoul Watchers, want to see the slides from my trip? No! Join us next week, boils and gargoyles, for another Fear Fest. Greetings, little friends. There's something about the insect world that really bugs me. It's enough to make your skin crawl. Personally, I hate picnics. They turn me into a real basket case. Those ants tickle. Or maybe I'm just itching to tell you today's spine-tingling tale. It's about two boys on a family picnic who engage in some seemingly harmless antics, never anticipating where it might lead. Quite a lesson for our anti-heroes, I'm so happy Rick and Teddy discovered that the insect world is a marvelous place. Oh, look! Two bugs about to be joined in matrimony. From the moment he first spied her, he wanted to make that girl his happily wedded wife. Uh-oh, there's a fly in the ointment. Marrying a black widow could make things a bit sticky. Oh dear, pardon me if I seem a little antsy, but my little friends are being antisocial. But then again, why make a mountain out of an anthill? Remember, don't step on the ants. They might make you say, Uncle. So much garbage, so little time. This looks lip-smacking good. Greetings! I see you've decided to crawl out of your coffins and join me for a midnight snack. Perhaps a little screech cobbler? It's good for what flails you. Or maybe something really gross. Nice, fresh carrots. It's no use. No matter what I eat, I just can't sleep. Nightmares, that's the problem. I haven't been having any. Maybe a little dread time story can scare up a good fright's rest. Now here's a good one. I call it Pleasant Screams. Well, that little chiller did the trick. I'm a new cryptkeeper. I guess being a rat to a mousy type like Daryl really doesn't pay. Just ask Mr. Purdy. He learned the hard way that it's not healthy to go to bed with a guilty conscience. Your dreams might come back to haunt you. Hey, a nice big stab apple. Yuck, no worms. Until next time, boils and ghouls. Pleasant screams. Hello, bones and gills. There's something fishy in the basement tonight. You might say I'm waiting with bated breath. This ought to tip the scales. Looks like they're not biting, but you will be. Nail biting, that is. Here's a little nibble about tonight's story. A lurid tale guaranteed to hook your attention. I call it Gone Fishing. I'd say Eddie and Herman's auto body experience left them a little car sick, wouldn't you? Fortunately, they learned their lesson before anyone got seriously hurt. Nuts! Being stuck on hold drives me crazy. Maybe I'll just run down to the graveyard and dig up a used car. Maybe a hot little doom buggy, just like the one that made such an impact on Eddie and Herman. So until next time, safe monstering! Greetings! Today on Culture Crypt, we present a selection from one of the classics. Our tale is called The Sleeping Beauty. It begins. Once upon a slime, an evil spell was cast on a beautiful and very rich princess. She fell into a deep sleep and could only be awakened by the kiss of a handsome prince. However, her castle was surrounded by a thick, dark, impenetrable forest in which lurked unspeakable horrors. For 100 years, many a brave prince tried to rescue the Sleeping Beauty. They were never seen again. You see, entering the thick, dark, impenetrable forest meant only one thing: certain death. Good for Melvin. Nice guys do finish first. What a pity about Charming's princess. Who could have guessed she'd be such a pain in the neck? Too bad Charming had such a vain personality. He was a suitor she could really sink her teeth into. Hello there, art fan. hands, I was just getting the old creative juices flowing. Or in my case, oozing.
Oh.
Everyone's a critic. Especially the moaning Lisa here. A picture is worth 1,000 worms. But if you really want to carve a name for yourself, here's an idea. Wax sculpture. Nothing can hold a candle to it, much like today's tale. So without further build-up, the works in wax. A fiend in need is a friend indeed. That's something William and Craig knew all along. Now to unveil my latest disaster piece. And I can truly say it's the most disgusting thing I've ever done. Wouldn't you agree? Happy Crypt Day to me. Oh, happy Crypt Day to me. Yeah. Hello, boils and ghouls. I'm glad you could make it to my Crypt Day party. Just a cheery Crypt Day wish to let you know we're trusting that each and every passing year will make you more disgusting. Ah, thanks, Mom. I'm dying to open my presents, but I'll just have to wait until after our terror tale. It's about another birthday boy who had to wait eons for his well-preserved present. I call it the caveman. Well, Peter certainly got what he wanted for his birthday. But as for Orwell, you might say he's out in the cold. Perhaps after he's done cooling his heels, he won't be such a drip anymore. Now that really takes the cake. There's nothing like a good workout on the treadmill. But if you really want to be in the running for a great body like mine, let me jog your memory about nutrition. To get your day off to a screaming start, take a little wheat germ, or any other kind of germ you might like. I'm a little partial to bubonic plague myself. Throw in some garbanzo beans, carrot juice, and voila! It's a crypt cocktail, a smooth and creamy killer. Uh-oh. I guess you'll have to settle for our story. It's about a weakling named Wendell who had a bully of a time until he learned how to play hide and go shriek. Bag about poor Rex. He should have checked the label before he wolfed down his tea. Uh-oh. For beast results, don't exceed 1 serving or things will get pretty hairy. Boy, this stuff really puts scare on your chest. Good evening, Mystery Fangs. Tonight's terror tale is a horror whodunit you can try to solve right at Holmes. It's about a couple of sly sleuths who try to find out why people have been crying werewolf. They set out sniffing around for clues, Try to scare up a suspect a hound and become a howling success. I call it fair tonight. Oh, how embarrassing. It wasn't a werewolf after all. I was barking up the wrong tree. Even so, you don't want to make any mistakes when it comes to vampires. Who would have thought Eugene would be the one to go batty and try to put the bite on Mildred and Camille? You see, they almost learned the hard way that things are often not what they scream. Greetings, scary safari lovers. You're just in time. We're on the trail of the gorilla's paw. A treacherous trophy you'd have to be bananas to pass up. They say it makes wishes come true, but it's nothing to monkey around with. If you're expecting a chimp off the old block, beware. It may not be the gorilla your dreams. So now, on to tonight's nail biter. A handy little tale I call the gorilla's paw. Oh, well now, let's hear a round of applause for Lewis. You've got to hand it to him. Instead of just dragging his knuckles, he really swung into action. As he found out, when magic wishes sound too appealing, remember, they may be too good to be true. After all, one slip, and it'll be too late to save your skin. So be careful what you wish for, boys and girls. The result may make a monkey out of you. Greetings, Fright fans. I've been digging into my past, trying to unearth today's down and dirty subplot. And when I peer amid the relics, I see that today's entombed tale is a story only a mummy could love. Mama. So bundle up tight, kiddies, while I unravel this rags versus riches yarn. I call it, This Wraps It Up. So, Naomi learned she can do anything she thinks she can. By walking tall, she proved she was heads above the rest. She no longer needed her mummy's help. And as for Gable and Steele, tut, tut, they were tombed from the start. I guess that's the way the crooks usually wind up when their plans start to unravel. You could say they got their just deserts. Hello, crypt kitties, and welcome to our creepy tomb away from tomb, Camp Rock Bottom. As you woods have guessed, today's tense little tale is about the ghoul old days of summer camp. It makes me young again just thinking about it. Ah, summer camp. Bee stings, mosquito bites, fresh scare, and poison ivy. But speaking of fresh scare, tonight's campfire story is about a nasty counselor who was not a happy camper. He had to learn the hard way that summer camp can either be fun and games or grounds for horror. And so, the lesson of today's frightening forest fable is, you're only as old as you feel. Once Bill remembered how much fun it was to be a kid, he wasn't so spooked anymore. He realized that being mean-spirited doesn't give you a ghost of a chance with an imaginary fiend. So until next time, campers, good night, and don't let the bedbugs bite. Not to mention creeping bags. Avast there, captains and kiddies. You've caught me with my sails down, right in the middle of me mud bath. While I scrub my sea legs, let me spin you a terror tale you're sure to treasure. It's a sinister sea yarn I can't wait to get off my chest about another old tub I called the Ghost Ship. I love a good sea story, but I can't fathom why anyone would want to be a pirate. They really soak you at tax time. I guess Ben and Mike found out that it makes sense to owe up to your mistakes. Sometimes trying to take the easy way out just won't hold water. So until next time, as I always say, I'd rather be whaling! From the Cryptkeeper. Good evening. Long time. No scare? But don't worry, boils and ghouls. Your old fiend, the Cryptkeeper, will soon fix that. Just sit back and get ready for a little terror tale, guaranteed to get the bile bubbling. I call tonight's gory story... who could be ringing my horror bell at this hour? Hold your hearses. I'll just have to get rid of whoever it is, Cryptkeeper style. I'll just scare the pants off them.
got just the idea to help your show.
What's wrong with my show?
You need to liven it up a little, Crypty.
Liven it up, but I tell dead-time stories, and don't call me Crypty.
Sure, Crypty. But if little old me were your hostess with the mostest, we could do so much more. For example, does your face hurt?
No, why?
Well, it's killing me. And that means only one thing.
You're leaving?
No, it's time for the old hag's beauty bag. Fasten your chair restraints and get ready for a monster makeover guaranteed to make people give you a second look.
I don't have time for this ghoulishness. I've got a story to tell. Sorry, folks.
Oh, still, Crypty. This will only take a second.
Oh, no, not the wrinkle scream. Scare conditioner? Tooth waste? Wart blush? Mascara? Eye of newt?
I can't help myself.
Lip shriek? Sty shadow? Rude rouge? No, no, not the smell gel!
So what do you think, kiddies? Gorgeous or what?
Ah. My crocodiles.
Your what?
Crocodiles. I almost forgot. It's time to feed my crocodiles. Hand me that rope, will you?
Sure, Crypty.
See you later, alligator. Now, scare was I? Ah, yes. Tonight's gory story. It's about two boys who are always skipping school. It's no joke. They cut class to feed their video game habit. A habit that was consuming them. I call it game over. So you see, skipping school is not totally ghoul. You make it static. And since they spent all this time playing video games, they ended up really getting into it. Very well, very well. I suppose I should see how my crocodile soup's coming along. You still down there, old witch? I had to ask.
Good evening. Come to me. Come to me.
I hear and Oh, Master.
You're just what I need for today's experiments from the Vault Keeper Show.
Experiments from the Vault Keeper Show? This is my show!
Not anymore.
Hey, what's the big idea?
On today's show, we are going to see what makes this frog jump by learning how to transplant brains.
I told you! you. You can't do this.
Oh, but I can. I've tried it before. It really works. So, relax. It's not as bad as you think. You're not going to end up with a chicken brain. See?
I guess if I croak, at least I'd be rid of this frog in my throat. Listen, if you're going to take over my show, at least show the audience something they haven't seen before.
Like what?
How about changing me into a person?
Oh, I like that. A real challenge. Oops, sorry. Looks like you got fried somewhere around halfway.
Guess who?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
In a while, crocodiles. Boy, I just flew in from Wichita, and brother, is my broom tired. Get it? Broom? Witch?
Never mind getting it. How about getting out? Both of you. Now! Immediately! Tutamundo! Toot sweet! I'm in the middle of my show!
Sorry, Crypty. My show.
My show!
Mine!
My show!
My show!
My show!
Mine!
Mine!
My show!
My show!
It just figures. First the old witch, and now the vault keeper trying to get into my act. Those two make my blood boil. That is, if I had any. This master of ceremonies is taking his show on the road to the scareport and step on it. I'm determined to find a place where I can tell my terror tales in rest in peace.
You're the boss.
Follow that scab! Crypty's stealing the show!
I'm the driving force behind this show.
Stop him! He's getting away with my show!
Your show? You mean my show?
My show!
My show!
My show!
My show!
Hopefully those two run out of scream before I run out of gasp. So until next time, boils and ghouls, pleasant screams.
My show!
Mine!
My show!
Hello, boogie boys and scathing beauties. There's nothing like spending a day at the beach making sand caskets. Help yourself to a sandwich while I begin today's ghostal terror tale.
Did someone say sand?
Huh?
Which? Guess who? It's your oldie moldy muse of the whiz-biz, the old witch. And I guess that proves I'm this show's #1 spook story spinner.
Tilly, over my buried body.
I'm in the mood for something romantic. A girl meets monster story. I got a real zinger for you. I call it Cold Blood, Warm Hearts. The real monsters were the people who wanted to destroy the sea creatures just because they were different. different. Live and let live is what I always say. Isn't that right, Crypty? Crypty? Crypty!
At last, I've managed to flee that flea bag. And that show-stealing shrew sorry story. It could certainly use some revamping. Let me try to make it up to you by spinning a truly gory story. Here's a sincerely sinister scenario I call The Spider and the Flies. Boy, it looks like Sally really bugged that spider creature. Well, at least Simon finally learned that having a little sister was not so bad.
So there you are.
I've been expecting you, but forget it. You're not going to invade my territory this time.
Huh?
Wave bye-bye. Send me a ghost card, witchy.
I'll be back.
Whoever said you couldn't get rid of warts? Greetings, Fright fans! As you can see, I'm having a howling good time trying my hand at shadow play. Vault Keeper, what are you doing here in my crypt?
The same thing I'd be doing anywhere, Crypt Keeper. Upstaging you.
Now there's a shady operator, if I've ever seen one.
Take that!
Oh, yeah? Well, no one upstages me, especially not you. Maybe not.
Beat you again, you silly sack of bones.
Well, since he's tied up, today's twisted tale is about a young boy who wanted to get even. I call it the Avenging Phantom. Now Jimmy knows what it's like to be afraid of his own shadow. Getting a good night's sleep turned out to be a lot more important than getting revenge.
I say, no!
Too bad he couldn't hang around for the second half of today's double creature feature, a hysterical story I call Myth Conceptions. So, I guess Zola certainly tipped the scales. Her little game of harem-scarum really rattled the thief. Only her scare dresser knows for sure. So, until next time, boas and coils. If you think these jokes are cheesy, go ask Myth Gorgon Zola. She thought they were rather good. Welcome, boils and ghouls, to a fright at the opera. Operatic scariers always make me cry my eyes out. I guess even I, the cold-blooded crypt keeper, have a soft spot after all.
Yeah, and it's between your ears.
What the?
Yes.
Oh, no.
It's none other than the black and blue ingenue of enchantment. The pantyhose of the opera. The peach of the orchestra pit. The old witch. Take a walk, sister. Time to liven this place up. So, what do you get when you cross a ghost with a chicken?
You get off the stage.
Wrong, Crypty. You get a peck of boo.
It's time for this Screamadonna to do her swan song. So, what do you get when you cross a witch with an igloo?
I don't know. What?
A cold spell.
That's a good one.
So, back to today's terror tale. A wail of a fear-jerker I call the Weeping Woman. Mildred and Camille never expected they'd get caught up in a spirited game of haunt and seek. After all, like their ghostess, they were just passing through. Even so, it was a beautiful fright when they reunited the little girl ghost with her long-lost trans parent. It even had Camille wailing. I guess you could say, you weep what you sow.
I'm back!
Oh no! As if Madman Butterfly wasn't enough. Now it's Doomhilda the sequel.
So, what do you call a nervous witch? A twitch! I got a million of them.
Oh well, as they say, it's not over till the Bat Lady shrieks. And now I really have something to cry about. Hex 3, reap all about it. Gore back in office. Hello, headline hunters. Let's turn to the entertainment section for today's gruesome news slash. A gory story I call Crypt Keeper replaced by Vault Keeper. What?
If it's in the paper, it must be true. And remember, the rule for today is reduce. Reuse. Recycle. And voila! Hello, kiddies. Hello, kiddies. Hello, kiddies.
Well, since I'm in the news, I'll just have to bite the bulletin and deliver a juicy bit of journalism from the obituaries I call...
I call all the gory details. And so, there you have it, Scream Scholars, a prime case of irresponsible journalism.
Psst. Have you checked out this month's Slime magazine? Field and Scream? Or best of all, readers digested. Now, scare was I? Oh yes, I was about to remark that in the end, Clump had more than the story sewn up. You could even say that he had a few new headlines for the morning edition. So until next time, Fright fans, bon appetit! Greetings, sports fans. You're just in time for the main event. The crowd is doing the wave, rooting for the Worm Stadium Bone team. All right, over the crypt, off the headstone, and back through the tarantula web. Nothing but net.
I see your crypt, headstone, and tarantula, Cryptkeeper, and raise you off the zombie, around the werewolf, and through the blob. Nothing but goop.
It's my show and my ball.
Winner hosts today's show!
Over my live body, Bookkeeper.
Time out! Guess who? 6668. Who do you nauseate?
The hoop-shooting, hip-shaking, bubble-toiling, trouble-making, festering, gesturing, Chockette, the old witch. Yay!
Say, what do you call a witch's motorcycle? A broomstick. So now, on to today's halftime entertainment, a bewitching little story about a rather handsome, rather muscular athlete who was determined to find an easy way to the top. It's called Dead Men Don't Jump. So you see, going for the quick payoff almost turned Nathan into a basket case. But he scared big in the end by finally realizing that if you really want something, you won't mind working to get it. Uh-oh. Looks like my spell wore off. I'll be back.
Oh. Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Over the hot coals. Off the electric fence. And through the guillotine. And no net.
Oh, no! What have you done? Unhand me!
So until next shriek, boys and ghouls, remember, it's every monster for himself.
Oh! Yo! Woo! Yo! Woo!
Oh, give me a crypt where the moldy walls drip and the ghouls come up through the floor. Howdy, cowboys and cowghouls. Welcome to Tombstone, my favorite town. It's not the liveliest place, but certainly says something for old Worm Charm.
Move on, Scarif. I'm taking over this show once and for all.
This show's not big enough for the both of us, Vault Keeper. I'm giving you till sundown to be on the next hearse leaving town. Oh. Yeah. You won't get away with this, Vault Keeper!
Tough talk, Sheriff. But like they say, when the going gets tough, the tough get... troughed. Tonight's chilling tale is about a city slicker named Dale who discovered that life begins at 6 feet under. Especially if you happen to be furry, fanged, and lurk in the dark caves and caverns of the Haunted Mine. Where often you meet something dead on their feet.
Just like you, Vault Keeper, Dale dug up more than he bargained for. So until next time, remember the good ghouls always win.
Oh, I say, what? Hey! Oh.
Happy whales! Merry, merry, hairy, and scary, how does your garden grow?
Better than yours, you old scab.
What?
I've got 2 green thumbs.
Oh, no!
It's the weed-feeding, slug-baggy old Batwoman, the old witch! Beat it, Jack. Snake plants, nightshade, and my personal favorite, witch hazel.
Ah! You just destroyed my merry ghouls and morning gories!
Tough cookies, Crypty. What do you call a boat full of vampires? A blood vessel!
This is the last straw!
You couldn't be more right. You feed the birdies, Crypty, while I... Aha! Today we have a warm-hearted, tender little love story. It's about a young plant enthusiast named Randall who had a special place in his heart for Venus flytraps. I call it growing pains. Romance. That's a story that really grows on ya.
Like a wart? Sorry about the slim pickings, fellas. Looks like we may be in for a shower. Perhaps some hail, or maybe even a 3-bedroom, fully detached bungalow.
What is this, an eclipse or something? Who turned out the lights?
So, you see, even though Wendell's date turned out to be divine, it didn't soil the relationship. Besides, Rose's family wasn't that different.
You expecting any more tornadoes?
Dig you later!
I'll get you, my Crypty, and your little dog, too! Crypty! Crypty!
I'm just passing away some time with a few fiends of mine. I guess I'll have to throw in my hand. Well, I really don't have anything up my sleeve now. We weren't playing for creeps, were we? All right, one last hand. Ideal. Winner takes all. So, what will it be? Solace Scare? Grim Mummy? Red Hot Poker? Croakers Are Wild? Let's make it bridge. Care to cut the cards? Very funny. Now while you go retch some morgue cards, I'll take this opportunity to terrorize our audience. Here's a spine-chilling saga about a bridge. A bridge young Eddie Gruff was terrified to cross. I call it the Brothers Gruff. So you see, Eddie saved his big brother from getting goblined up by playing a bluff and winning hands down. Okay, forget everything else. Whoever has the biggest hand wins. Until next shriek, boils and ghouls, take Scare wherever you can get it. Greetings, fitness fans. Sorry for all the noise, but there's nothing like a scream bath to smooth out the wrinkles. As you can see, since I've checked out, I occasionally check into a fitness spa for a little R&R. Rest and rigor mortis, that is. This is the afterlife. This place has everything. Scaremaster, Dreadmill. My therapist, Paul Bearer, says there's nothing like a good massage to keep the old embalming fluid flowing. Yikes! Wait a second. You're not Paul. Vault Keeper, still trying to steal my show?
And there's nothing you can do about it this time, Crypt Keeper. Behold my new stretch-o-matic. Prepare for a workout you'll never forget. Just a little adjustment and...
Something to be said for a low-fat diet.
Away we... Huh? Uh-oh. Passes folded again.
So, while the Vault Keeper stretches his legs, today's fiendish fable is about Uncle Harry, who let the years bury his funny bone and turn him into a grumpy old deadbeat. I call it Uncle Harry's Horrible House of Horrors. So, I'm forgetting about being a grown-up. Uncle Harry remembered how to have fun again. By simply using his imagination, he turned something ordinary into something special.
Okay, class, follow me. Eye of newt and hair of dog. Let's cast a spell while we jog. Get those knees way up high. Hocus pocus, goodbye, guys.
scarobics, but this is ridiculous.
Hey, you're not cutting my class, Crypty.
Yikes!
I have mutant hair of dog. Let's cast a spell. Bobby Chuck, get those knees way up high. Hocus pocus, goodbye thighs.
Vault Keeper, stretch-o-matic that way. Huh? Squash courts this way.
My pleasure.
Well, as they say, that's about the long and the short of it. So until next slime boils and ghouls, keep that imagination healthy. Oh, I'm CK Rider. Got some scary tales to tell. On a midnight run to madness. I'm on a highway to... Hello, boils and ghouls. As you can see, I'm taking today's terror tale on the road. Out for a little fresh scare, you might say. It's a ghastly little bile bubbler that takes place in the sweltering insect-infested jungles of...
Yes. What did one ghost say to the other ghost? Don't forget to fasten your seatbelt. Now move it or lose it, Crypty.
Some drivers are real animals, not to mention the vehicles.
An undertaker statement, Cryptkeeper.
I'm boxed in, trapped. Now I know how the animals feel in today's snare-raising story. It's a blood-chilling tale about an inhumane hunter who could scare less about the animals he trapped. I call it Hunted. So you see, even though he was left hanging, that was the beast of his worries. The paw of the jungle had netted the hunter a hard lesson. Take care of the natural world, or the supernatural will take care of you.
I'll take care of you if you don't get off my bumper, ya worm bucket.
There's only one problem with monster trucks, Cryptkeeper. You have to feed them!
Two can play at that game, Vault Keeper. Fortunately, I bought this sinister cycle from James Bowes. So remember, Crypt Kiddies, be kind to animals. They may be someone you know. Bonjour, boils and ghouls. Welcome to Ghoulies Gastronomique Restaurant. Casket for two. I'll be with you in one moment. Sorry for the wait. Oh well, I guess I won't be getting a tip from those deadbeats.
Who do I have to turn into a frog to get some service around here?
Oh no!
Dead! The doggy-bagging chow-hound hanging old witch! I'm so hungry I could eat a hearse. Do you serve stuffed bats here?
We serve anybody. What would you like?
How about a new waiter?
Well,
You're the waiter, so wait.
I do have other customers.
What is it?
Catch of the day. You. Tonight we have a tasty, gut-wrenching special. A fiendish fable guaranteed to make your bile bubble. It's a scary tale about two starving brothers whose monstrous hunger leads them into a giant pickle. I call it Chuck and Melvin and the Beanstalker. Just as Melvin had taken as much as he could stomach, Chuck got his just desserts. Speaking of which, I wonder if the old battle axe is feeling the pinch.
Got any mints?
How about a espresso?
Make it double bubble, toil, and decaf.
So until next time, crypt kitties, bon appetit!
Cut it out, Whitney, or you're gonna be trying the frog's legs. Creepy! Sinister salutations, crypt kitties. As you can surmise, I'm visiting this place for the first time, and I'm having difficulty getting my scarings. This guidebook lists all the rot spots, but I'm especially interested in a specific tomb. Apparently, it's vacant most evenings. Exhume me. This isn't my usual haunt. Perhaps you could tell me how to get to a tomb. Try standing in front of a 10-ton truck.
Oh, no.
The old green-hide tour guide. The old witch.
Not you again.
I know this boneyard like the back of my wart. How about I show you around?
Not by the hairs of your chinny chin chin.
Oh! As you're new in town, I'll give you my 4-star gliding tour.
But I have to tell tonight's terror tale.
Just leave that to me. Tonight's story is...
It's a neck-biting tale about two young travelers aboard a train of terror. Yikes! I call it Transylvania Express. When in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Okay, wise guy, you asked for it.
Remember, boils and ghouls? Don't leave the boneyard without it.
Thank you. I'd better go. My oldest is having a little trouble with the concept of sharing.
I know she is. That's why this is such a special delivery.
Wow, what a difference a day makes. I knew Shauna had it in her, but what in the world brought all this on?
I think I know what made Shauna finally see the fright. Yes, boils and ghouls, Shauna learned a valuable lesson today. Perhaps you'd like to scare us with it, Sharon?
Sharon, share-alike. Sharon, share-alike.
Ah, isn't she a living doll? Until next time, kiddies, this is the Cryptkeeper saying, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
We're dissecting frogs in bio class today.
Not this kid. I can't stand those things, even when they're alive.
I'm aware of that. So what do you say we cut the class instead of the frogs?
I don't know. If we get caught cutting any more classes, it'll be a week's detention for sure.
Then we'll just have to go someplace that no one will think to look. To the glade. We'll be gone for the rest of the day, so hold all our calls.
Pay close attention, Crypt Kiddies. There goes a couple of gal pals who really need to clean up their act. This is one old custodian who thinks it's high time these two learn that breaking rules isn't cool. Just the opposite. Disobeying authority is going to land them in a lot of hot water.
Dogs were huge.
Yeah, monsters. We saw them with our own eyes.
Well, I'm sure you saw something. But the moonlight can play strange tricks on you out here.
The moonlight and yours, Ghoulie. So, my pets, what did you think of our little Dread Time story? Although my recollection of the events is a little froggy, I'd say it was all very riveting. If you ask me, I'd say that Jan and Stephanie are lucky they didn't croak. That's one pair of precocious ghouls that won't be breaking rules anytime soon. Until next time, this is the Cryptkeeper saying, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
Oh, here he comes, folks. The Prince of Perjury, the Lord of the Lies, Evan Wagner!
Shut up! Ah,
Hello, Evan. I've been waiting for you. You're late. What's your excuse this time?
Sorry, it's just that, my mom is real sick, and I've been taking care of things while she gets better. Hi, guys. Who's the new driver? He looks like a real stiff. Hey, lying comes easily to me. You name the excuse, no matter how wild it sounds, and I'll get Miss Burns to believe it.
Really? Any excuse?
You name it.
Okay, you asked for it. I've got one. Monsters ate my homework.
Monsters ate my homework, huh? Whoa!
Tisk, tisk, tisk. I don't know about you, boils and ghouls, but I think it's time for yours, Ghoulie, to teach our fibbing friend the terror of his ways. A little lesson from the Cryptkeeper's school of hard shocks. I guess you could say that, thanks to his monstrous adventure, Evan finally learned fright from wrong. He found out that lies have a way of coming back to haunt you. Well, boils and ghouls, that's our gory story for today. Hope you had a real scream. Until next time, this is the Crypt Keeper saying, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
A barrel full of ooze? I, for one, think it's high time we disposed of this toxic Slurpee. That would be wise. But the hazardous waste depot is clear on the other side of town. Too true. But we must dispose of this in accordance with local safety requirements. We could dump it in Jensen's bog. There and back in under an hour. Oh, I don't know, Richard. That would be, our reputations are at stake, man. I'll get a lid.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Don't those two know that polluting the environment is wrong? If I were to hazard a guess, I'd say those boys were heading for a barrel of trouble.
On 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah. As the saying goes, now you see it, now you don't. Whoa! Aren't you going to get it? The only thing I'm getting is out of here. I second that emotion. You know, this would be a lot easier if you hadn't melted our tires.
I told you so. But when you start dumping on Mother Nature, things can get a little unnatural.
We hate to just dump and run, my good man, but we have a lot to do today. Our Effects of Pollution project may not sweep the science fair, but hopefully it will serve the cause.
Not so fast, boys. I'm afraid this depot is full.
Full, you say?
I'm afraid so. You'll have to take it to the other hazardous waste site.
The other site? And where might that be?
Oh, not far. About 10 or 12 miles down that road.
10 or 12 miles? Oh.
I certainly wish more young people were as environmentally conscious as those two. I guess my good fiend, Blob, spooked them more than just a little bit. As the saying goes, waste not, haunt not. My favorite, lemon slime. That's all for now, boils and ghouls. But remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
It's like I'm invisible. This place has zero security. I can't believe we've never hit on this place before. What do you say we meet back here tonight? Say 8 o'clock?
I'll be here. One for the road?
Would you like that in a bag?
Thank you for your patronage, boys. Do come again.
Oh, you can bet on it. We're gonna be regulars here.
I'm sure you will be, and hopefully your next visit won't be your last.
But not this guy. I'm not leaving without a few freebies.
Oh my! Did you see that, kiddies? If I was Derek, I'd think about doing my shoplifting somewhere else, because along with a lot of candy and goodies, young Derek is about to find a lot of trouble in store.
We are good boys. Stealing is wrong, but the boys have learned their lesson. Yes, we've seen a lot like them, haven't we?
And for your sake, I hope those two are the last. Because if any of you decide to put the bite on this store, beware. It just might bite back. But don't feel too sorry for poor Derek and Rob. They've learned a scary, valuable lesson. Stealing is for dummies. Well, that's all for today, boils and ghouls. So remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching. Next stop, scare conditioner, fright wall tires, going down.
Cardboard.
Yeah, good thing. What are you doing, Jay?
We're setting up for the book fair. What do you think?
What do I think? I think this is a big waste of time. And I think reading is an even bigger waste of time.
Greg.
Yeah, I know. You like it. Books are fine for you, but not for me. I'd rather rent the movie.
You can't compare a movie to a really exciting book. Books have so much more to offer.
Save it for the book club. Reading is a snore. It just doesn't interest me. And you know what? It never will.
I'm not so sure about that, Greg. Everybody enjoys curling up with a frightfully good book now and then, and yours, Ghoulie, has just the book for Greg. One that I'm dead certain he'll find totally captivating. Is anything wrong?
No, it's just that the library, it looks different. Although it's been ages since I've been in here.
We've done some remodeling since your last visit.
Oh, nice. Anyway, I'm Greg Davis. I'm in Mrs. Bell's literature class, and I need a book from this list.
I know who you are and what you need. You'll find it over there.
But how did you...
I have the list too. The books are on the table. Take your pick.
Okay, Greg. You may as well face facts. You're gonna have to read one of these duds. So which one will it be? Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. The Man in the Iron Mask by Alexander Dumas. Or Tom Sawyer by Mark Twain. Oh, I'm getting bored just thinking about it. It'll take me all week to wade through one of these.
I take it that none of those books have piqued your interest?
Oh, sorry about that. It's just I'm not a big fan of reading, that's all. I like excitement.
I see. Well, there is one book in my collection that may excite you.
Are you kidding? This thing is thicker than a phone book, and probably twice as boring. I'll never get into this.
Oh, I seriously doubt it. This is one book that will really grab you and not let go.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I'll... This place is too weird. I'm out of here.
Sorry, did I frighten you? I was just resting. In pieces.
Hey, I know you. You're that weird librarian from before.
And you, my friend, are Victor Frankenstein, for the time being.
I am? You mean I'm the guy who goes on to create Frankenstein? I'm like the dad of Frankenstein?
Now there's an angle nobody thought of. And you don't go on to create him. You already have. How did you enjoy the book? Pretty riveting, wouldn't you say?
I'll say that was great.
You weren't scared?
Of course I was scared, and happy and sad all at the same time. It was like a roller coaster. I can't wait to find out what happens to them all.
Sorry, that one is all booked up. Why don't you check those out?
Yeah, those are the stories. I'll take them all.
Happy reading. Greg found out firsthand how gripping good literature really is. And you will too if you just give books a chance. Well, that's our story for today, gang. Time to close the books on today's captivating yarn. So until next time, remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching. Ooh, that's the last time I stick my nose in this book.
I don't know why you waste good money on those things. All the girls inside are always so made up, so fake, so...
Attractive? Oh, I'd give anything to look like that. A natural beauty.
Oh, they're natural beauties, all right. After about 5 hours in makeup and 3 hours getting the lighting just right. Trust me, Julia, you look great just the way you are.
Julia should be careful what she wishes for. Take it from yours, Ghoulie. If Julia does become one of the beautiful people, she's going to find that being attractive isn't all that it's cracked up to be. Can I help you, young lady?
Yes, I'm interested in some beauty products.
Is there a problem?
No, I just wasn't expecting someone selling beauty products to look so,
Well aged?
Yes, something like that. I saw this ad and was wondering if this lotion is any good.
If you ask me, all this gunk is useless. But if you really want results, I suggest you give this a try. Guaranteed to make you irresistible overnight.
Overnight, huh? All right, I'll take it. How much do I owe you?
For you, no charge. Consider it a free sample.
Oh, okay, well, thank you.
Don't thank me, Julia. You will have to pay for your choice, one way or another.
Oh my gosh, Brock. Look! It's that cream Julia uses. Quick, pick it out of there for me.
You don't need a Brooke. You're the prettiest girl in school.
Well, duh. I know that. But you can never be too attractive.
Brooke's about to become so attractive that you'll have to beat them back with a stick. Well, that's our dread time story for today. Until next time, Crypt Kitties, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching. Hey, who did that? I didn't ask for a facial. Someone get this off me. Makeup!
These are really good, Ralph. Who's this guy? Oh, that's a new character I came up with. He's a real madman. I call him Wahoo. What about these? Is this who I think it is? Yeah, it's Mike and Brett. Getting even with them on paper isn't as good as getting even for real, but I'm working on it.
Oh, come on, Ralph. Revenge isn't your style. You're bigger than that.
And Mike and Brett are bigger than me. Revenge is the only way to deal with goons like them. I don't know how or when, but one of these days, I'm gonna even the score. Once and for all.
Let's go, Van Gogh. You're creeping me out.
My. Ralph is looking for revenge, but what he's going to find is that two wrongs only make a fright.
Nice pencil. Excuse me, sir? Does this belong to you?
No, Ralph. It's all yours.
Hey, how do you know my name?
That's simple. I know everything.
Oh.
And it's written on your pad.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Well, I guess I'll get going. I've got a score to settle.
You may think you do, Ralph, but revenge is no way to solve a problem. I'm dead certain that Ralph's new pencil will help him draw the right conclusion.
Ralph sent them some of his drawings a while ago.
Dear Mr. Phillips, we received your submissions and are pleased to say that we were impressed by what we saw. We were particularly amused by the character you call Wahoo.
Tell me about it. My face still hurts from laughing. Shh.
And we are all certain that you and Wahoo are destined to become real audience pleasers someday.
Wow!
Way to go, Van Gogh. I told you were going places.
Yeah, maybe I am.
It's so nice to see that Ralph and his new friends have patched things up. Ralph found out that trying to solve a problem by getting revenge was a sketchy solution at best. But all you boils and ghouls know that. And if you don't, I can always pencil you in. Well, that's our Goonie tune for today, kiddies. So remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
Hey, what is this? Amateur hour? Who have I got to maim for this?
Pipe down, you whiny tune, before I draw and quarter you.
That's it. I'm gonna rearrange your face. It's go time. Take that. Go on. Fight like a dead man. Get your hairy paw off me.
Hi, I'm Marianne. We're just moving in.
Well, duh. Yours? What a pretty little bicycle. Nice colors. What are you, 4 years old?
I'm almost 9.
That figures.
I was afraid Marianne would have trouble making new friends, but it looks like she's found 2 already.
Ah, yes, Leo and Jamie. I know them well. They'd rather tease the new kid on the block than make her feel welcome. But she'll be all right, because if those tease artists don't want to be her friend, I'm sure that someone will come along who will. Someone or something.
Time to move the piano.
Don't! They're just being boys. I'm okay.
I don't know about you, boils and ghouls, but I don't think Marianne's imaginary friend is going to let her get pushed around much longer. After all, a fiend in need is a fiend indeed.
Hello, what is your name?
Ah, it looks like someone has found a new friend. And some new enemies. Let this be a lesson to all of you bullies out there. Teasing hurts kids on the inside, but their imaginary fiends can hurt you on the outside. Well, that's our gripping yarn for today, kiddies. Until next time, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
Aaron, are you all right?
Gotcha!
You know, I'm getting a little fed up with these jokes.
Aw, come on, Mom. Where's your sense of humor? Grandpa thought it was funny.
Look, I like to laugh as much as anybody else, but this isn't funny. You go too far. Haven't you ever heard the story of the boy who cried wolf?
Not in the last day or two. It was just a joke, Mom. I'll see you at home.
Oh, I thought everyone had gone.
Sorry to alarm you. I was just passing through and thought I'd stop in.
I'm sorry you had to hear all that. One of these days, those pranks of hers are going to come back to haunt her.
Exactly what I was thinking. Since Erin isn't willing to take the high road and tame these cry wolf pranks of hers, she leaves me no choice but to give this story a turn for the worst. I couldn't have said it better myself. Unfortunately for Erin, that day has come. As you can see, I've invited a few of my grossest friends to pay a visit to this out-of-the-way hamlet in order to teach young Erin a lesson she'll never forget.
Get back! Help! Somebody please!
Now there's a familiar cry. It sounds just like the boy who cried wolf. He and Erin, and now poor Ben Arnold, have learned that when they really need help, no one will come running. Well, that's our delicious story for today, Crypt Kiddies. Until next time, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
Maybe just one warm-up call. Hello, Pets Aplenty Pet Store? Do you have Dr. Ballard in a can? You do? Then let him out before he suffocates!
Oh, very funny. Very mature.
Thanks. That's high praise coming from someone who's not.
You heard Mom and Dad. Since when do you pull phone pranks? They're so uncool.
I was just trying to have a few laughs. What's the harm?
They upset people, that's what. Jokes aren't funny when they're at someone else's expense, Gary.
Tell that to my sides. They still hurt from laughing.
Fine, be a jerk, but this kind of thing only leads to trouble. I'd knock it off if I were you.
But you're not me.
How are you holding for? Marie Antoinette, I'm sorry. She's been cut off. And speaking of sticking your neck out, I'm afraid that if Gary continues to dial up trouble with these crank calls, sooner or later, he's going to reach a very wrong number.
Nothing yet. I'm just getting warmed up.
Well, boils and ghouls, it looks like Gary has really crossed the line, which leaves yours, Ghoulie, with no choice but to cross a few lines of my own.
Don't answer it.
I'm glad that Gary is making amends for what he did. Otherwise, he'd have wound up paying for all those calls with his afterlife. So let this be a lesson to all of you telepranksters out there. Don't call us or we'll call you. That's our gripping yarn for today, boils and ghouls. So remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching. Huh? Emma, stop it! You're tying up the lines. Emma! Emma! Emma!
Oh, not cool. Not cool at all. You've ruined these perfectly good toys. And that drill. And is that my vacuum cleaner? Mom, relax. I can rebuild them just as easily as I wreck them. People don't call me the master of all mechanical things for nothing, you know. That's not the point. Okay, Mom, I'll fix it right away. You can't right now. That's why I came down. Iggy and his father are here to drive you to the invention fair. Oh, yeah. Wait till you see what I invented. That's our TV remote control, Randall. Not anymore, it isn't. Now it's our remote out of control. This little beauty's gonna get me first prize.
Yes, but will it still get the gardening channel?
Hi, Iggy. Let's go.
You're late. Next year, why don't you invent a better way to keep track of time?
Well, I don't know about you, feared viewers, but take it from your loco-re-scare man. Randall the Vandal and his brand of unpopular mechanics just doesn't sit well with all of those household frightums. And sooner or later, he's going to get himself into a fix of his own.
With the rest of them, Mom. I'll tune everything up.
Well, well, what have we here? Who's the master of all machines now?
Uh-oh. Looks like Iggy is headed for a real fix of his own. Luckily for Randall, he found out that when machines reach their breaking point, they can go a little nuts and bolts. That's our electrifying tale for today, boils and ghouls. So until next time, remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching.
And the horrible tragedy that happened on this very mountain?
No, what tragedy? What happened?
It happened up there, on this very mountain, over 130 years ago. Mount Raven has a long and storied history of snatching people from the brink of victory. A reputation that began with this incident. According to legend, in 1865, two of the mountain's first explorers were in a race to the top, competing to be the first to reach the summit. The leader suffered a terrible accident and was unable to move. But instead of helping him, the climber's competitor forged ahead to become the first man to reach the top of Mount Raven. He chose fame and notoriety over the life of his rival. The locals say that the spirit of the forsaken climber still roams the mountain's frozen slopes to this very day, searching for the summit and revenge. Gee, I guess the lack of applause means that Jeff didn't like my story, eh, Tom?
You always have to win, don't you, Vincent?
Any way I can. Trash talk, head games, win at all costs. And I usually do.
Nope. I'm not the spirit, if that's who you are expectoring. But he'll be along. I'm dead certain of that. Because as far as I can ski, our competitive friend Vincent is in dire need of a lesson in good sportsmanship and scare play. Now there goes a real spirited bunch. I'm glad to hear that Vincent has finally learned fright from wrong. That's our terrible tale for today, Terratots. I'll be skiing you, and remember, creep out of trouble because I'll be watching. From the Cryptkeeper.